Well, hello. It is August 18th, 2024, and it's a Sunday. Just want to wish my daughter a happy birthday tomorrow. I should have called her. Um, I was watching a program. Well, we all know what program I was watching. Anyways, it was stated that I got a slit on my hand. Hmm. Sometimes some people really got to learn to not exaggerate or put their opinion where it's not wanted. So here's the thing to y'all. I am going to tell everyone this is graphic. I did not make up all these little mm, things that this is going to be graphic and that. But you will see my hand. So I am going to oh wait a minute. I want to add to the stage. And let's go through this right here. Full screen. This is the day of my surgery. Wait a minute. I want to be able to stop this with. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's get this back here. This is my first time here. This is my hand I had to have operated on, guys. Okay. Now, before going under the knife. So you're just telling me it's just a little slit. Okay? Let me go here. I'm going to try to do this by myself. Okay. So this is the day of the surgery. Here's the problem with that. Make sure this don't. Okay. See the blood right there? It shouldn't been there. It shouldn't been there. This is like good 4 or 5 hours after the operation. See, it's up there with that one too. Okay. So right now I know I have a problem because blood's coming out. Shouldn't be. I have stitches. Okay, this is, I uncovered it. Okay, the surgery. The pig. Hi, David. And this is what I got to see and try to find out where the blood is coming from. So that's a closer look. Uh, that's a closer blurry look, okay? But that is not exactly. Let's see. I did put another one in here. There's clear as I could do it. Hi, David. How are you? This is the cut. Now, if you know anything, this is infected. This is the day of the operation. See that white right there? That's infection. See this up here? This is dried up blood. Okay? For those who do not know. Okay, here we go. Okay. See this location right here? This is a botched up surgery. Okay? Very bad botched up surgery. So I just want to show you that's the slit. You little people who feel that I didn't have a real operation. I didn't go under. But I do want to say, did you know that every time you go under anesthetic, you lose parts of your brain because there's missing parts. Okay. So with mine, it's more worse because um, at any time I could have the stroke or and I don't have an aneurysm right now, but I'm in a family hereditary. My mother died of it. My little brother died of one. Okay, so and some aunts and that. So it runs in your family if you have. You have to go. I mean, you should get attested every year to see there's no changes. But this is the butt chuck surgery right there, and this is when I took off that thing. Okay, here we go. What's the next one? Okay, this is me. I'm trying to clean up some of it. Okay, I got this cleaned up, got the infection off, and that. And I think the next one is where. Oh, there. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. This is when they left stitches in here. This is the day um, after they uh, took the stitches out. Okay, but they left 3 stitches in there. So I, who've had medical treatment, been in the medical field, this is what my hand looks like, guys. This. When I got the 3 other stitches out, you see right there in that middle, he took up my tendons and all that, or whatever it's called. I can't think of what they're called. That would cover back up those nerve endings in it. Okay? And yes, this hurts. To this day, it's covered, but anytime I put anything, hold something in that hand, forget it. It's in pain because it's touching the nerves and the bones. Now, look at your own hand and see how it is. So, connective tissues, that's what he took out. Okay. Yes, this was a Dupuytren contraction, but it couldn't be done the way someone else was saying. They didn't have one as bad as mine, I should say. Okay. Okay. Now, my last 2 fingers will not hold anything. Okay. And after I show you this, I will be. Okay. So every time now I had to do 3 or 4 times a day, I had to put peroxide on this and vitamin E and um, some neurosporin. So I had this for weeks and weeks. Okay. This is what I had to do. I had to pour the peroxide at least 3 times a day, put some neosporin, vitamin E a few times a day. I had to bandage it every day because it did leak blood out. So I was running out of medical supplies. So I had to go out and get some. So, so these fingers are how it looks now, but they're dead. I mean, I can move them in that, but you can't hold anything in them. So, for such a little cut, boy, I just showed you proof it wasn't a little cut. I think you owe me an apology. So there you go, everyone. So yeah, that statement. Let me go back. Okay. Here's the thing. So you just think I'm crazy. No, it's worse than that. Now, some of you know I gave up my bingo. There's a reason. My health did decline faster than my neurologist or I could have predicted. So, with my bipolar and depression and all that, it's getting to be very hard to keep myself up, be positive. But if you think I wouldn't protect myself, yeah, Maple, I can show my hand now. And if you think I'm going to worry about what you're saying on your channel and that, I'll watch it here and there. But just remember one thing. 1 second. Just one thing, guys. I'm human. And I will fight back. Now, Mabel, I had this hand operated on first. So this is what I can do with my fingers, okay? That's what I could do. But the problem is, again, can't hold things very long. But this one. I'm trying to get it in there. Okay? What's the difference? There's no padding there, guys. There is no padding. I'm trying to do this. There is no padding there. That's a piece of skin. Underneath there is all my nerves and bones or whatever connects. See the thing here? This line? He didn't take it out. He made it. Down in here, he has I'm trying to wait a minute. Down in here, I have more of those ridges in that. Up in here. So the hand has been very much destroyed. No, I do go to the doctors in that. Okay. See, the problem was is when I had this one done, I did not want the same doctor that did this one to do this one, but that's all that was around here. So this is for those people who keep just thinking they got me right, but they got me wrong. So here's a little statement. Let me see. Where did I put? No, it's not that. I will come on another time and well, I'll leave that for a surprise. So now y'all go back. Would you like to come up, Karen? I will explain why. You're welcome to come up. Anybody's welcome to come up. The peroxide was to get the infection out. He gave me a bottle that big, and I'm not kidding. And it was that big around. I had to put it on lots until it stopped bubbling. then I could put my Neosporin on and vitamin E and wrap it back up. So, welcome, Karen.
Hi. I was just curious because I get lesions because of my lupus and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing the same. And no, 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 he told me it destroys the healing time. And I was like, oh, okay,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You had open. You have sores, or do you have an open area?
open area.
Okay.
They do look like swords, but they're not. They start out at like You ever see people when they're on blood thinners? How you get like they start out with the little red dots, if you get hit, and then what
Okay.
happens is they open up and they start to bleed, and it
Yeah.
depends on how uh, big they want to get, and they'll just keep opening and bleeding till the size they want to get. Some will be the size of a dot, like a little cut, and some have gotten the size of $50, and they can clear up anywhere between 2 weeks to a year. Um, and so, uh, what you call it? They never really like get like a hard scab, as you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
They get a very thin, like when a scab is first forming, like it's that
Yeah.
little.
They just what is it? Derma. I forget the first layer of the skin. It's
Yeah,
called. Yes.
but mine is what they give me is Silverdine because it's literally a burn because it goes so far down. So I
Yeah.
have to use Silverdine.
Do you try using liquid silver for?
No, they give me the Silverdine like they give third degree
Yeah.
patients. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
know, but
Mm,
liquid silver and vitamin E goes and
mm-mm.
uh,
They
help your skin repair faster.
Yeah, well, my skin it doesn't. My skin it scars. It's automatic scars. It's a
I know.
horrible. Some lupus patients get it, and some lupus patients don't get it. There's different degrees of lupus,
Degrees of lupus, yes.
but I have the both. Unfortunately, I have the skin lupus plus the other lupus. If that makes any sense.
The blood lupus.
And no, the where it attacks your organs. Mhm. So, but it was amazing because I just can't. I'm not allowed in the sun because it'll affect it. And
Yep. I'm not
I
allowed in the sun either.
yeah, and I was very fortunate. I haven't had like a cold sore in I can't tell you when. And I was like, wow, I got one. I was just went away, and I got one. So I was. It's been 10 years now, and so I was in remission. I was like, hallelujah.
Yeah.
I've been doing really well, and I didn't get one lesion.
Yeah.
So my medicine's working. So it felt good. So anyway, yeah, that's why I was asking about the peroxide.
Yes, they he had me put that, like I said, at least 3 times a day,
Mm-hmm.
more to get it to help heal faster. But that
Mm-hmm.
was to break out the infection
Yeah,
out
that
of it.
was definitely a botched job. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look at the review? I mean, I'm not trying to crucify you, but did that surgeon come with good reviews?
Here's the thing. He's the only hand surgeon around me,
Yeah. Because
and
normally with trigger finger,
uh,
um,
not
it is
trigger finger.
lupus.
I have what's called Dupuytren contraction.
Oh,
It's
because
different.
usually it is not that it's people just say, oh, a slice. It doesn't make a difference. It still hurts no matter how much. But usually it is a very thin line. It doesn't mean that they don't open it very wide, but
No, it depends. Hi, Ellie Cat. No, it depends on what you want to do. There is a procedure she's talking about where you get a needle and they put this medicine, which costs like, I think the last time I had it done was like $3,000 for
wow,
one injection,
yeah,
and you had to pay that up front.
yeah,
And what they do is, to, just say it's this finger,
yeah.
they will shoot you up in here and break down all
Mm.
the tissues and that, and
Well, you
then
know,
pull you.
yeah.
And I'm telling you, it was the most painful thing I've ever went through, and I've
Um,
had lots of things done to me.
oh yeah, I have too. Now I always went to pain management, and I had carpal tunnel for years, right?
Yeah,
And I always put it off because I didn't want to get cut and have the scars, you know.
hmm
And I'm sitting in pain management, and he says, "You want me to fix it?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "I could do it right here, right now." I said, "What?" Like I'm thinking. So he went in, he gave me a
there is.
needle, and I watched it on the screen. Boop, 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 boop. All he did was you could see it was like a spaghetti string. He tied it with the needle. Boop, boop. He did the other hand. And I'm like, but I have nobody to drive me home. He goes, no, you're fine. And he goes, just don't pick up like a gallon of
Yeah,
milk, whatever.
anything.
I have, I'm perfectly fine. And then everybody was like, you mean to tell me I went through surgery for this? I'm like, yeah, you go to pain management as long as they're a anesthesiologist,
Yeah, see,
pain management. I was like, yeah, all they do is they give you like a little tiny needle to numb it, and then they go in with this needle, and you look at it at the screen, and it's so weird. It looks like a spaghetti, and
yeah.
they go
Well,
in
see,
and they snip it, they tie it like in a loop,
mhm.
they snip again, tie it in another loop, and they pull the needle out, and then they go into the other wrist and they do the same thing, and I don't have a scar. You know how everybody has that long scar?
Or, yeah,
Nope. My
yeah.
carpal tunnel was done. A lot of people
No,
don't realize. I never realized that. I was like, wow, this is cool. Because I was dropping everything, for
yep,
typing all them years. So
yep.
yeah, this
I
one's
I
crazy.
understand.
Yeah.
And here, like I said, um, I wish people would just keep their mouth shut because they don't know what I go through.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's like people with me. Yeah, they all think that they have the answers. But
Yeah.
just as a suggestion, what if you got it in your other hands? Look into a pain management. You never know, like
No, I already had this one operated on.
Oh, okay. I was
He
gonna say,
did this one first
yeah.
and then did this one.
And my husband had trigger finger, and he was gonna
Well,
get the
like I said,
surgery.
it's not called a trigger finger. Trigger finger is something different.
Yeah, no, I call it that, but he was gonna, and then I had talked to my pain management doctor. He goes, I could do the same thing, and it's like he said, like the non-invasive. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He said a lot of us anesthesiologists, pain management doctors, he said, do a lot of things without having to cut you. He said, sir, he said, but you go to a surgeon. He said, he says, as we call it, they're slice happy. I was like, oh, so I never knew that they could do a lot of things where it's not where they sedate you, where you're half awake, or they
Mhm.
put you completely
Okay,
out. So, but I'm glad you're doing better.
thank you. I want to show you what the difference of a trigger finger and duplicate contraction is. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me share screen.
Yeah, his got stuck.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me get.
it would get bent, like he would bend his finger, and it literally would stick.
Okay. See, that is a trigger finger
Okay.
right here. You see it?
Yeah.
That's not what I have.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go look up what I have.
Uh huh.
If I can spell it. Okay, here's the difference of them. Let me see if I can. Let me make this big.
Yeah.
This is the difference of them. Let me get it. I'll be on that page. Okay, the difference is a trigger finger is one, and most likely, see, mine are two of them. Mine right down here was the two.
Okay.
Okay, that's could be the trigger finger, and how do I don't know which one is which one they're showing there. But my fingers were stuck like this. Let me get over here.
So what do they do? Cut the muscle?
They cut the ligaments.
But the ligaments, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
My fingers were like this. And trigger finger is different, but Dupuytren contraction takes it all the way up. Okay. And it takes control of this whole thing right here. There's a connection.
Yeah.
And these two fingers are it. Now, super contraction is a male disease more.
Okay.
Okay. I had I forget what they're called, but last year, a year ago, I had both my feet operated on because at the palms I had big lumps there, and it was it made it that these two toes were in pain. I mean, pain, and I couldn't move them. I mean, like. She's in Pennsylvania too, Alley Cat.
Yeah, I'm originally from New York, if that's what she's wondering because of the accent.
Yeah, she used to be from New York. Boston? I think she's
New York.
No. Alley Cat was from Boston.
Oh.
Something like that. I think it was Boston or Connecticut. But there is different. I mean, I did try the Dupuytren medicine in that. I'm telling you, I told him I'd never go back to doing that. Boston. Okay, I thought it was. You're welcome. Come up, Alley Cat. But this is.
How did that get infected in the same day? What did he do?
He didn't. He botched up the
Yeah,
surgery.
no, I know that, but it got infected so fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if without the pictures, you wouldn't understand what I went through.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, when my PCP seen it, and he was so mad. He says, "We're going to get you to another surgeon." And I looked at him and says, "Are you freaking crazy?"
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? Because he took out the stuff.
I could see blood, dry blood, but that happens. But I mean, oh.
No, when I seen I mean, that was a couple hours after I come home from the doctor.
Yeah.
And when I seen that blood, I was like, "Oh, jeez." And oh, you're coughing up lungs. I know you're very sick too, hon. But I had to take that all apart and redo it all over. And thank God I do have nursing skills in that. So, but
no. Did he put dissolving sutures in?
No. He put in regular stitches. They left 3 of them in there. Yeah, stitches.
Wonder why he did that. And that
that's his routine, And like I said, he didn't even close it up correctly.
No, you can see that, yeah.
No. You should see when I really got it. When I got the infection off of there was big holes.
Yeah.
He didn't stitch correctly. He's one of these doctors that come in. Meanwhile, he's had the lady come in, get your information, all that kind of stuff. Then his student comes in. And
he does it in his office?
No, not this. Wait. Then he comes in and says, "Okay, we're gonna open that up and blah blah blah," and out the door he goes. There is no asking no questions or nothing. He walks in, he walks out. Hi,
Huh.
Joe. Yeah. So this doctor is not nice at all. So I
Wow.
went to went back and got the stitches out. He had wrapped it back up, and they had given me all the peroxide and that. I come home, and like I said, I was doing something. I was watching something here on YouTube, and I looked down and I seen blood coming out.
Yeah.
The white thing coming. So I took it all apart and worked on it, and then I realized there was 3 stitches still left in there.
Mm.
Do you know how hard it is to do something that needs 2 hands
Yeah.
to do it?
Well,
But
I
I
hate
did.
to say it, I don't trust half the doctors in PA. They
Well,
have screwed up on me many, many times.
well, it is. It
Uh,
is.
nope.
It is the doctor that you got to watch for. And like I says, I knew what I was going to be getting into with this one. But
Mhm.
like I says, he was the only hand doctor around that my insurance will pay for.
Yeah.
So
When I
and
had to get the disc replaced in my neck, and he looked at my scans,
yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what that is." I said, "I had 2 strokes." Oh,
yeah.
that's what it is. I went, "Oh, fuck you! You're not touching me."
Well, my neurologist is
Yeah.
gonna
No,
be
I haven't
working on
found
it.
a neurologist yet. Well, yeah, kind of. I'll go to them for other things, but they're not touching me. I was like, nope.
No, no, my neurologist doesn't do the operations in that. No, no, no. I cannot go. Probably cannot never go back under anesthesiology again.
More
It has damaged my head too much.
anesthesia?
Yeah.
Huh.
Remember, I've taken strokes in there. And when
Under
you take
anesthesia, you've taken a stroke?
no, 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 no. I said I've taken strokes.
Yeah, so have I.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before I was able to take anesthesia. Um, well, but since I'm a stroke person in the brain, they just want to put you on the what is that daylight um period daylight sleep means you're just barely under and you won't feel the pain of what they're going to do in that. But something like how long he had to do this, be under there, they couldn't keep me under on the daylight one. They had to put me way under.
I never heard of that. Hmm.
Hmm.
I never heard of that for a stroke victim.
Yep, stroke victims are not to be put way under. So,
Yeah, that I never heard. That's
well,
something
I
probably.
mean, it's all up against what the doctor and the anesthesia, what they choose, because you know it and I know it. You
Mhm.
never know what they do to you once you're out. But no, it's always up to them what they want,
Yeah,
how they want to handle it.
yeah. I mean, there's a risk no matter when you go under anesthesia.
Hmm.
That's number one.
Yeah.
I always like I've always said it. I always like foreigners, uh, anesthesiologists, any type of foreigners. They're really good.
Well,
I don't
my
know why, but they seem more uh, together. I don't know. They're smarter, I guess. I don't know. Now I'll be called a racist for that comment. So,
well,
but they seem to be always like in the top of their class. You know.
not necessarily, but yeah, I know what you're trying to say because of the way they were trained being child in that. So,
Hmm.
to go to school and that.
Hmm.
I mean, they go to school for 12 hours a day.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. And to me,
And
they're
then
the
they
most
have to
important people in the room.
Pardon me?
I said, to me, the most important people in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the housekeeper right after.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was me.
Oh, yeah. See, NJ Robin just said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I was saying. Yeah. Yeah, they have inject. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that done, hun. Yeah, I've had that done. I had that done on the I had that done here on my right hand one. But then I had to it's supposed to last like 6 months. Mine was like 2 or 3 months. And I had to go back to him. And he wanted to try to do it again that way. I says, "No. Let's go for the surgery. Let's get it over with." At that time, this was like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working as a nurse aide like this. My
Mm-hmm.
fingers were like that. So when I put a glove on, I had to go up through here and then try to get to through and that.
Yeah.
So yes, I can't think what it's called, but like I said, that medicine, and like I said, that costs $3,000, and they just take the needle and break down the um, tendons,
Yeah.
and but it will come back. It will grow back together in that.
No. And you got to pay for it out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Up front, up front.
What about paying through pain management?
You know what?
Yeah,
Back when I had mine done, there was no pain management place yet.
Well,
I had mine back.
because they'll do it through there, and then it would work.
No, you had to pay the medicine. No, the 3,000 was just the medicine, hon. That's not the doctor or anything. That was just the cost of the medicine. It's not covered by any insurance. Yeah, this was like I said, and I had great insurance. I worked for the county. I had full coverage of everything. I mean, I never paid a cent out of pocket.
Wow.
But
Wow.
yeah, so
That's crazy. Oh well, I'm gonna get that. I just wanted to ask
ask
that
the question
question
of the.
about. Yeah. So.
Believe me,
Oh no,
that,
I do. I was just asking, because some doctors say that, but I guess it depends on the situation.
yeah. Like I said, it for me it was because the infection in that.
Mm-hmm.
So and it helps bubble and get the infection out and helps the drying process of the skin
Yeah.
and that. So
Yeah.
okay.
All right. Well, glad that's all over with.
Mhm. Like I says, not gonna have it. Can't hold things, so I can hold like this. This is the hand how I hold things. If I
Yeah.
want my pop, I hold it with the thumb and the 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
When I
that's like
go to
my
open things,
stroke. I don't have really a lot of strength on my left side.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I go to open something, I have to use the thumb like this.
Yeah.
Most people would do this, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, thank you for coming up. Hope
Have
I
a
answered anybody else's question.
yeah.
And
All right. You have a good night.
yep.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay. Why I made this video. Y'all assume too much. You nose into other people's business, which is not your business. Okay? Don't don't think what you think happened to someone else happened to another. They're all different. Anything can be different. Now, to them who say, I don't own the house. No, I paid the mortgage. It's in her name because I couldn't come with her when she did this. I was up with my husband at the hospital in ICU where he had that tube down his throat and that. Okay? So don't think I live off of my daughter. No. And I'm not um thinking I'm better than anyone. Hell no. I don't think I'm smarter than anyone else. No. But I do know what I know. And for my money situation, I'll say it like I said it before. When I was in high school, I worked. Okay. I worked with teenagers. I worked with adult sitting. Okay. This is while I'm going to school. What I learned in school was, I come from 11 kids. I'm the 10th one, but one died. And my younger brother, who's born after me, has died of an aneurysm. I learned to watch. I have deaf brothers and sisters, and I had to watch what they were saying, read their lips and that. Okay. Not saying I do perfectly, but I can get some. In high school, I learned that you need to plan for the future. I come from a very poor family. My mother came from a richer part of the family. Okay. She had tons of land, but families seem to do things to each other. Well, yeah, I understand, Karen. But it's like this. Yes, this house is another investment in my daughter, but we are paying for the mortgage. I just want to let you know. And I'm not poor, poor. I, I mean, I kind of live from, no, I don't want to say from check to check, but I've invested my money. When I was in high school, when I got out of high school, I took at least a quarter of my paycheck and I put it away. I lived off of a lot smaller amount. I walked to work. I didn't need a car. I didn't need pay for insurance and gas and all that. I walked. I always had two jobs after I graduated because I knew I didn't want to live from paycheck to paycheck type. I knew I was better inside. This might not always, I always enjoyed the law. Yeah, I know. Um, I always enjoyed the law. And in the summertime, while I was still in school, I got the, what do you call it? Not intern, but I got to be there to help them, um, go pick up the books out of the libraries and stuff like that. I was a helper. Okay. And some type whatever they needed me to do. And I did do that. I loved it. I loved it. My lunch break was I'd go in the library and just pick out a book and start looking and understanding what it is. Maybe I couldn't read it as well. Yeah, you're true. Yeah, very much. Um, but I always saved my money. I always worked. And I know it's none of one's business, but they don't have the right to say I live off of my daughter. That's what they're trying to say. That I'm so poor that I live off my daughter. I take advantage of my daughter. You know, my home is we worked together. All three of us. We worked together. And I wouldn't do my daughter would I would do anything for my daughter. So would my husband do for her. My husband would do anything for me and I do anything for him. Okay? We're a unit that just works together. I'll be honest with you. We really didn't have that many fights. My daughter wanted I wanted my daughter to be better than I was. Now I did go to college. I did study. And I went 4 years. Yeah, I know they say that just to get to me, but I went 4 years at college. I worked a full time and went to college full time and tried to take care of what's at the house, but my husband took care as much. I'm proud of myself for who I am, how far I've come. From the time I've taken strokes, from I was a baby, I had colic for over 9 months. Now, what is colic? Colic is a pressure in the brain that it's pain. And the baby cries and cries and cries. You can't put them down. Okay? Then when I was 3, I was a 10. So since I was born, there have been things that has happened to me that made me that I couldn't learn as fast as other people. And I'm going to say, like I said, I don't care any of you like me or want to talk to me or any of that. Because you know why? I got me and I live with me. Would have caught me about 5, maybe 6 years ago. I probably would have been trying to kill myself. But I'm not doing that now. Now, I never said I was going to sue anyone. Why sue someone? Y'all don't have nothing. Okay? You have nothing I would want. And if I'm dead, I wouldn't. But just leave people alone. If you want that drama channel, you better learn to be more cautious with that drama channel. Because YouTube did change its policies. For those who think I got kicked out of areas, I didn't get kicked out. I just left. For those who think I just want, I'm telling my story because I want sympathy. No. I'm here to show you guys what your family members can be going through. The early signs. Lots of people have seen me take my attacks while on air. I took a stroke while I was on air. And when I did that, I had to get off. And I only lived like 8 blocks away at the most, about 5 minutes away from the hospital. You know, life is short enough, guys. I'm 63. My mom died when she was 63. I thought I was going to die when I was 55. Had dreams about it and everything. But thank God. Now I don't want to kill myself. But I'm not going to let you guys harass me. I don't care if I look like a crazy person. Hey, guess what? The doctors already know that. It's you who don't understand how to handle someone that is. Now, just remember, you're going to be older, or you got older people right now in your life that is going to be going through things. Oh, I unsubscribe to them all, but at times I do go and watch and see what's going on in it, and I pick up here and there. One second. Yes, it was. Yes. Yeah. That's Karen. That's why I was always saying love, respect, and, be kind. Listen to people. Talking over each other does not handle anything. You insinuating or intention of what you feel I'm trying to push through. No, my intention was never like that. Questions was the only way I could learn to get answers. So I asked a lot of questions. So I'm just going to say to you, anyone that has a problem with me, I am a strong woman who has mental problems. But guess what? You don't have to live with me. You don't have to be in this body and handle going from low to all the way high and don't even know it. You don't know what it is to go up and down so fast you don't even know. It's like someone else in there taking control and says, hey, let's say this. So don't take it out on people. If you feel that you got to call someone stupid or dumb or any of that, guess what? You're the one that has no intelligence to use. If you have to use swear words to get across what you want to say, you know where you might be right, but once you put that swear word, your credibility's down there. You know, your credibility. You should not have to use all the swear words or call people names. If it's a fact, it's a fact. But yes, I will not be on as much as I used to be. I'm only coming on when I want to. And I don't care if you like me or not. I mean, I see 26 of yous there, but I got two, maybe three people here that wrote in mine. And do you think I'm going to say something to you guys? Because I know. And what is it with that you feel you have to um, copy someone's live all the time? Just in case. Receipts. You know? Did you ever think it was your paranoid? I do not download any of you guys' stuff. I do not give a care. Once I watched it, that's all. Sometimes I'll give you a thumbs up. Otherwise, I don't. So if you really got to go and be who you are, just remember people are going to be who they are and they will attack back. So you can't say, well, they get to do this and they did it to me. But did you see you're both going to go back and forth protecting yourself? Call it quits. Call it quits because that's the only way you are going to feel better. Negativity is the worst thing for your body. Hello, Kelly. Negativity will make you more anger and resentful and paranoid and very much damaging your body that is not necessary, because your age is going to damage your body uh faster than you know. Yeah, and you're right. Let me explain why I came on YouTube. I was it was shortly after my first stroke in my brain. Okay, and it was shortly after my mom passed away, and I was the last one to see my mom. And I will never forgive myself of the words I've said right before. Like, hi, Sandy Kirk. Being the last person to see your parent, well, I only had my mom. Um, is a guilt in your own brain, in your heart, that never goes away. You know, so I started being on YouTube. Yes, I did start in the reselling. I'm a better buyer than I was going to be a reseller. Okay. To this day, if I go into some of the auctions, they're glad I'm there because they know if I find something I want, I'm willing to pay for it. And I've paid for some good things. That's all auction stuff right there. That's investments. Okay. Well, I got more than that off auction stuff. But that was my way of coping, of going, able to handle things that were going down in my life. When you find out that you are not able to do what you used to do, just minor things. Now I can't even spell a word. Okay? That's how damaged my brain is now. That's how damaged. You know, I was on here to help to teach some people what it is like, the progression of getting old, the progression of your sickness getting worse and worse. Okay? But you find it that you wanted to make fun and all that of it. But guess what? You're going to be in that position, being the caregiver or the person that's going to there. What are you going to do when you have to take care of your parent and you have to wash them and wipe them because they can't do that? Love you too, Sandy. Um, you know, stop the wild and craziness of reporting on people. Stop downloading. Why don't you find another hobby? As far as, if you want to be on YouTube, find something that other people would want. Mm. Yep. Karen, I understand that. You're right. You're right. It is, when you go from one to another, and that it is hard. But I had this, and yes, I do talk loud a lot of times. I do. I get very excited. Um, I was around the deaf people too because they had hearing aids, so they wanted to hear you too. So I always talked loud. I'll swear when I'm really mad. Well, I'm pissed off, I should say. But I try not to swear because swearing only puts my intelligence down. If you have to swear, yeah, Robin, I could see you, honey. I could see you, sweetheart. Yep, that's what you do is you move forward every day. So, okay, that is what I'm going to say right now. Most likely, all my lives are going to be either just live chat or um, trivia. They're all welcome. When I'm done with this one, I'm going to clear out my whole block, people. If you show me respect in my chat, I will show respect to you. But if I'm in someone's chat, please don't start trouble for that people. You just want to get to me. You're being disrespectful to the owner, not me. Thank you, Robin. Okay. Um, stop doing that to other people. If you don't want it being done to you, stop. Think about what you are doing. Tell that other person thank you for saying whatever you wanted to do, but you know what? Life moves on. Move on. And it is true. It is true. Negativity is the worst thing you ever want to be. And when you go, you're reviewing another channel, all you're doing is collecting the negativity of it and that. Um, if you want to review a channel, why don't you start by reviewing how someone did so well on a video? Turn it around to be more positive. Some of you are really funny too, so why don't you do a comedy one? But I don't think you will. But I mean, I'm not telling you have to do it. But getting that negativity out of your life is much, much better. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, yes, Robin, I very much agree. But I also want to say to them, hey, you're doing it and you're doing it to yourself. You keep doing it. So think about yourself, your health later in life. Okay? So, everyone, good night. Much love. And I'll see you all. Have a blessed, blessed day. Um, what I was going to say. I hope you all are blessed for the rest of this week. And give someone a hug and kiss. Um, call them up and say, I love you and I miss you. You'll be surprised. Put a smile on someone's face. If not, at least try you. Look in the mirror and smile at yourself. Okay? Okay. Bye bye, everyone.